We'll get set because it's finals time here at the Roxy Pro. Tyler Wright about to take on the rookie Tatiana Weston-Webb. These two have never met before in a final. They've never actually surfed one of these heats together head to head, so no history. It's even. Someone's going to get the jump here, but Wright leads as far as those non-elimination three people heats go. She has the 2-1 advantage over Tatiana. Ronnie Blakey joined by former CT surfer Ross Williams. Ross, you've got to favour Tyler with that win last year, but Tatiana, she's a bit of an unknown when it comes to finals because this is her first appearance in the last heat of an event.
She's great with the those difficult tight transitions where normally a regular footer might get handcuffed. She deals with it well.
Well, looking to get a quick start here is Tatiana Weston-Webb. She has some speed. She drives down the line, off the bottom, into the lip, gets a little hung up but recovers. So rarely falls. Never wastes an opportunity to get some numbers on the board. Tyler Wright, she's going to look for an answer. Chasing her down the line here. Bit of bump on the face, but deals with it. No problems at all. Big front side carve. Couple of big turns in the pocket, but takes a fall on the end section there. 34 minutes remaining and a quick start to the final of the Roxy Pro.
With that, there's been a little bit of that backwash heading back out to sea, and with that, that really causes unwanted turbulence for the surfers. You can see how that wave kind of wafted up and then back down, so it's all about timing. Watch this first snap, right in the hook there, but you can see her nose poked, so even that maneuver right there, Tatiana had to deal with that backwash. For this first turn right here, I love it from Tyler. Nice little hook there, getting that rail, engaged, little snap, but again, watch the backwash. As she tries to go into that layback snap, that wave, the whole wave kind of lifted up, and you get this unpredictable action that happens where your nose will actually poke when you're not even ready for it.
Just over 32 minutes remaining as the first scores drop for both competitors. We'll give you an update in a moment as we see more movement in the lineup. And Tatiana uses priority on this wave, and it's a bit of a shocker. She takes a fall in that first maneuver during that big break. Ross, what did you see as far as improvement in the conditions went?
These beach breaks change within every 15 minutes. It has a different look, and there was moments definitely where there were some great hollow peaks up and down the beach, but they really were focused on this right-hand bank. And now that the tide's come up a bit, actually about an hour ago, we saw a bunch of guys really having a good time out there.
Well, a 4.67 for Tyler Wright on her first ride. Tatiana Weston-Webb, 2.33 and a 0.57. Tatiana surfing in her first final. Ross, you can reflect back on your championship tour career, the first time you made a final, and it has her out in front at this stage. Ross, a 4.67. Tatiana needs a 2.35.
Tyler Wright has been consistently going to that layback snap a lot in this event, which I don't mind, but the biggest culprit, so far with these waves in this final is the backwash. Again, so you're going to have to be really mindful of your position of your board, where you're at when you time your maneuvers. So I don't mind that choice, but just the timing was a little early on that layback snap, maybe slightly conservative. If she waited just a second later, she could have did that same maneuver right on the lip.
Tatiana's amazing run. She also had an amateur world junior championship back in 2009. And here she goes again, keeping busy without priority. Only chasing a 2.35 to move into the lead. A tricky section to read there, and she takes a fall. A couple of gold medals there. She also won a CT event at the age of 14. That's a record that's going to be hard to beat. As we see Tyler now using her priority. With a big open face, she leans on that rail, but opts to kick out, wants to resume priority at the takeoff zone. So not seeing any points down the line there. Watching that wave roll through the inside, Ross, was that a good call?
Yeah, I think so. I was curious just to see if there was anything left, but she was definitely eager to regain control of the heat, grab priority. Seems like it was a good choice.
Well, 23.5 minutes to go. Waiting on that second score to drop for Tyler Wright. It's going to help her increase the lead just a little bit, but Tatiana Weston-Webb's going to still be right in this heat. Let's get an update on the conditions from Pete Mel. He's out there.
Yeah.
Just a little out of title contention this season, has put together her best contest.
It's spot on. Yeah, so it's actually kind of nice for us to get a chance to see some different heads in the final.
And here we go, a nice looking wave for Tyler Wright. The stall is clean. She finds the barrel and gets the exit. Let's see if she can add some points. Goes to that layback snap once again and brings it through to the inside. just wants to finish this one off. A solid ride there for the Australian as Tatiana Weston-Webb sees that she's only got one opportunity to throw down a turn, so she gives it everything. She takes a fall. She doesn't have to be too disappointed about that. It was an average wave, and with just over 18 minutes to go, she'll get back out there and get priority.
This is kind of cool, Ronnie. Looking into the barrel from the channel, that backwash, you can see it made that wave just breathe really wide open there. This is the angle where we'll get to see a little more action. Watch that barrel puff open from the backwash. That was kind of cool. Just a little layback snap there. The judges won't get too excited about that. Put a clean little tap to finish it with the float. So, you know, I'm not sure. I don't think the score will go in excellent range, but it's definitely going to be the biggest number. Tatiana, this is another victim of total backwash explosion right there. She just got totally stifled. There was nowhere to go. But as you mentioned, there wasn't a whole lot of wave after that. That thing totally disintegrated, and she regained priority.
It'd be handy sometimes if someone just had a megaphone and could almost call out to you and say, don't worry about it. It was a burger.
There was nothing left.
Nothing to feel bad about. It was an average wave. I think she knew when she saw that backwash it was going to be difficult to turn it into a score, but a solid number dropping now for the Australian Tyler Wright. She's going to move further ahead now. An 8.67. An 8.67. She's also counting on a 4.67. And at this stage of the game, Tatiana is looking for a two-wave total of 13.35. 16 and a half minutes to go. Looking like she's really stepping things up for this last heat of the Roxy Pro. 13 and a half minutes to go. This wave ridden during the break.
Well, Tatiana Weston-Webb had priority, and she found herself a wave that definitely didn't offer too many points there. Just a little closeout for Tatiana, so that mistake right there could cost her, because not only did she not get a keeper of a score, but you know, she handed that priority straight to Tyler. So again, Tyler really firmly attached to that momentum, the mojo, the magic, whatever you want to call.
Just 19 years of age, Tyler Wright. She's 21. Well, these two have long careers ahead of them. Tyler looking to improve her lead by bettering a 4.67 on what is a beautiful looking ride, standing up. She's going to really attack this one. Still a few bumps to deal with, but doesn't catch any rails through that beautiful frontside carve, bringing it through to the inside now. And she just bashes the foam. A solid ride for the Australian. And with 10 and a half minutes to go, it looks like Tyler's going to replace that 4.67, Ross.
And for me, I personally feel like that was the best ride of the finals so far. You know, she had such great poise with that backwash. She kind of saw it in the corner of her eye and timed her maneuvers. But while Tyler was on that wave, Tatiana found herself a nice set wave here. Opening turn, just nice, trying to pace herself. And again, just a little off. That second maneuver, she got totally cramped. She tried to fit it in there, but that wave batted her back down to the bottom. So Tatiana having a really slow start. But watch as Tyler just chooses her maneuvers wisely here, waiting for the backwash to dissipate, and then she rips into carbs. Great rail work on that second cutback. See how she just kind of flicked her board right there, waited for that backwash to leave, and then she finished that wave off. So really smart surfing for Tyler.
So expecting a decent number here. The judges taking their time, maybe having a look at some replays of what had unfolded earlier.
For Tatiana, she's going to have to tap into that tenacity because, you know, she still has enough time to crawl back into the seat. So 9 minutes, you can grab a couple of 8.5s in that amount of time, no problem. But she's going to need that with Tyler's lead right now.
An 8.43 drops for Tyler Wright's last ride, so the requirement, it's large now for Tatiana Weston-Webb. 17.11, two-wave total needed to get back into the lead. Just over 8.5 minutes to go. And the crowd on edge. Chelsea Cannell, you're down there. The only surfer to put a 10-point ride on the board at this contest for the women. And she might need one of those coming into the final stages of this heat. Here's a replay of Tyler's wave, though, from the water.
Nice cut back there, and this is the turn right there of the wave. That one, she really ripped into that carb, and Pete was kind of out the back for that, so he may have missed it. Might have been that one right there. I really like Tatiana's technique on her backhand. I hope that she can grab a wave and show us what she's got to crawl back into the seat, just to give us a show here. You know, she's had a little bit of nerves, bad wave choice, so be fun for us, you know, at home, just to see her rip in a couple of those big old notorious backside hooks.
We did make mention of it at the start of the heat. Just from the opening exchange, there seemed to be a little bit of spark in Tyler Wright's approach. And Tatiana, she just took a couple of average waves at the beginning, and it kind of put her on the wrong side of the rhythm.
And here's the tricky thing about surfing in competition in France. It can change on you in a second. You know, you just have no warning. So they're probably both planning on going out there and just trading off barrels, but that backwash really showed its teeth. And so, you know, right away, Tyler, she was the one that kind of was flexible with it. She seemed to just have no problem timing those backwashes, getting into those carves. She found that beautiful little tube ride, and right away she was picking off scores, 8.67, 8.43, and we've yet to see Tatiana really find that open face where she could dig into those rail turns like Tyler Wright has right there. And that timing with the backwash, Ronnie, was really smart for her to get that backup score.
Just a bit more reserved for the winner, 25,000 for the runner-up.
Can't wait to watch that final between Bede and Gabriel Medina. Here we go, Tati.
30 seconds to go. Weston-Webb uses priority for this wave. This will be her best ride. A beautiful first turn, climbs up on the lip, mixing it up, drives out onto the open face, a big backhand carve. The combination of 3 major turns. But with that wave, she's going to bring it in. There's only 15 seconds to go, not enough time, but a great finish for the Hawaiian in what has been an amazing campaign at the Roxy Pro for 2015. But Tyler Wright is going to be the champion. A dominant performance, an 8.67 and an 8.43 for a 17.1 heat score total. And the 21-year-old is going to make a jump to 5th position on the Jeep leaderboard.
Wow. Tatiana could have offered there. Great surfing on that last ride. I think it'll be an excellent score, but it's too little too late. You know, Tyler grabbed a hold of the of control of that heat right away, and it paid off for her.
Well, Tyler Wright, I'm thinking back to Carissa Moore last year, out of title contention in the last event, but she won that contest, and there was an emotional outpouring after that event win. I feel like this is a similar result for Tyler. She's been battling on the CT this year. She's been right in title contention the previous 2 years, and I think this is really the start of a big campaign in 2016.
It could be. You know, it definitely seemed like, you know, getting a win for her, it's got to be contagious. She's going to feel like, okay, gosh, I forgot how this feels. I want to get back there. It's going to be just more motivation than she's had in a long time.
The 2015 Roxy Pro champion, Tyler Wright from Australia, arrives at the beach, and her brother Owen, he'll be the first in there. Well, just behind Fletch for the hug. There he is. What a proud moment for the family, and that's the second time in as many years that he has been able to greet his sister on the beach after taking this event out. She's going to jump to number 5 on the Jeep leaderboard, and here comes the chariot. They'll chair her up the beach. A strong performance, and we talk about it always here in France, Ross, the ability to adapt to ever-changing conditions. Tyler Wright has prevailed.
Yeah, I think she has a technique that really mends well with France. You know, it serves up barrels, it serves up rippable conditions, soft conditions, steep conditions. She has that type of surfing that really, you know, it matches all these waves on offer here in France. Obviously, she clicks here.
A tough run through the draw. Silvana Lima and Joanne Defay, she overcame them in round 1. She actually had a hiccup in round 3 and had to surf against Courtney Conlog in the 4th round. She upset Courtney, moved on through to the quarterfinals where she got the jump on Joanne Defay in the dying stages of that matchup. Then came up against Sage Eriksson in a low-scoring semi-final heat, and in the final seconds was able to snatch the win. And here in the final, well, she made no mistakes about it. She was psyched to win. She had 2 scores in the 8-point range, and she left Tatiana Weston-Webb comboed up until the final stages, when the Hawaiian came back and put a decent score on the board for a solid runner-up finish. But Tyler Wright, your Roxy Pro champion, over the moon as she makes her way up the Jeep leaderboard and up the beach.
The European leg is, you know, at the end of the tour. We have a long tour. The World Surf League Tour lasts for, you know, months on end. So I think it's a testament, too, to the attitudes, the people who consistently persevere here in the European leg do well, because they can handle that fog.
Feels real good. Yeah. It is a bit like that, isn't it?
Well, this event has contributed to so many world title campaigns, but this year it's been the contest where the title contenders have tripped up and surfers like Tyler Wright have had the opportunity to shine without that pressure and put together big performances throughout the contest to claim the win. And the same could be said on the men's side, the Quicksilver Pro.
So much. Yes, Tyler Wright is your 3 times Roxy Pro champion. Tyler, what a way to kick it up in the final. You just went that extra gear and really let it kick in when it counted.
Yeah, I was just feeling it, really. You know, I was looking at the waves before and I knew they were going to be good. But it was kind of tricky. I was really selective. And when I got a wave, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, here we go.
And Tyler, you know, you've been very vocal about, you know, that you wanted. We've seen an emotional side to you. How good does it feel to come away with the win, especially when, you know, you've let yourself be vulnerable, you've let us really see a new side to you, and here you are being crowned the champion?
Yeah, it really is something special. You know, the last few events, actually the whole season pretty much has been such an interesting season, and you know, I've been in a state of like confusion on what's going on, but you know, I finally realized the difference between someone that doesn't care and someone that cares, and I care. So, and it feels so much more like, I don't know, it's so fulfilled, and just, you know, Owen, he just said to me, welcome back, you know, this is it was bound to happen, but I couldn't have done any of this without Owen. Matt, my shaper as well, he's been absolutely on fire. And the rest of my family that's hopefully watching, they're probably not, they're probably all asleep, but that's all right. I'm pretty stoked, yeah.
Well, Tyler, we're going to let you enjoy your win. Congratulations, super proud of you, and welcome back to finals and the first place at the Roxy Pro. We're going to take it away. Joe and Potts will be calling the men's, the Quicksilver Pro Final right after this. Don't go anywhere.